Alright, what's going on, guys? Alright, this is just this here, wrong way. Alright, so let's talk about something. My wife just actually sent me this and I wanted to do something, do a little video on it because I think how absurd this is. But let's check it out. This reads, House Democrat proposes a 1,000% tax on AR-15 style weapons. Let's see. A Democrat lawmaker is looking to place a heavy tax on AR-15 style rifles and other semi-automatic weapons. Representative Don Beyer of Virginia is planning to introduce a bill that would implement a 1,000% tax on weapons in an effort to provide an option besides a proposed ban on the weapons for lawmakers on Capitol Hill to consider. Let's take perspective. 1,000% tax. So, let's see. Get back to my monitor right here. Yeah, there we go. This rifle, right here, you know, good old witch doctor. This bad boy right here cost me $1,200 when I bought it. Out the door with everything that I got with it. That means that this rifle, if this was passed, which there is no way it'll pass, would be $12,000. Now take just the absurdity of that. It's to the point that if we can't ban them because we have no footing to ban this on, let's just make it where you can't afford it. It's ridiculous. Let's see. Beyer is proposing this alternative because the Constitution allows for Congress to place a tax on firearms. The Virginia lawmaker expects to have several co-sponsors of the bill from the House Democrat caucus. Let's see. Anything else good in this? Here is a little quote we'll do. I strongly believe that there is an important place for law-abiding gun owners to serve in protecting themselves, their families, and their communities from violence. James Corner, Republican, Kentucky, said during House hearing on gun violence, "Our Second Amendment is an important tool in securing our individual rights to self-defense." So, like I said, what they're doing is where they're going to tax us until we can't afford our guns. But I wonder, I'm going to have to look more into this bill, but I wonder if he's talking about complete AR builds, or if he's going to tax, or if he wants to propose a tax of 1,000% on AR-15, and it said other weapons, but mainly AR. I'm actually excited to see this bill come out and how absurd it is, so we can all rest easy that it's not going to pass. But I wonder if he wants to tax, different parts of an AR build. Is that going to be 1,000% tax on like uppers, lowers, that type of thing? Even just your handguards. I wonder what his plan is for that, because if it's just a tax on complete AR builds, there's going to be so many loopholes around it. It's getting to the point where everybody needs to learn how to start building their own guns. You need to start at least knowing how to assemble and, the ins and out of it. So, if for some reason it is a tax on, a full build, have the knowledge of how you can buy parts and put it together. Because, these weapons are very simple, but I know a lot of people, they know how to shoot them, but they don't know how to put them together. And that's a problem. That's a problem anyway. You need to be able to, you need to know your weapon in and out, so you can care for it, and you can make sure everything is in place. And if for some reason you do have to replace a part, it's a lot easier if you know your way around the weapon. And, if worse comes to worse and this 1,000% tax on AR-15s does see the light of day, if you don't have an AR, you can build one. If you decide to build one after this bill, whatever, you know, if it for some reason goes into place. But the big takeaway is if you're looking to buy an AR, now's the time to do it, because it's just going to keep, you know, these absurd bills are just going to keep popping up. You know, ARs are just going to get more and more expensive, especially with the assault weapons ban trying to be put back in place. Now is the time to buy one if you're looking to get one, because soon I feel like it's going to be like, you know, COVID stage where we're not going to see any on the shelves. You know, I was after this one. I was after the Witch Doctor for a good bit, and I walked into a gun shop, and they had, when I walked in, they had 5 of them with the Sig Romeo MSR. They had 5 of them with those, 5 without the sights, which was like $50 less. So technically you were paying $50 for a Romeo MSR, and I don't know exactly how much these are actually going for, but either way, you're paying about $50 for a red dot. And this was during COVID. This was about a year or 2 into COVID. And I waited 1 day. Before I left, they had sold the 5 without sights, or without the MSR on it, and 3 of them with the Romeo MSR. Come back the next day, I got the last one with sights, and I think they ended up finding one more without the Romeo. It's about to get to that point again, especially with, you know, people talking about the assault weapons ban coming back up, these absurd bills, the $1,000, or not the $1,000, the 1,000% tax. This is just pretty much, they know they can't ban our weapons, they know they can't take them away, so they're going to try to make it where we can't afford them. Now is the time to afford one, because if you take this in perspective, you know, yeah, this is $1,000. When I bought it, it was $1,000 AR. But even your cheap, oh, here we go. I've done lost a name. Smith & Wesson, the M&P's, the Sport, the ARs that come in with the carry type handle and the old style M4 handguards that are like $550. Put it in perspective, that's one of the cheapest ARs on the market. That ban with 1,000% would make that gun after tax like $5,500 for nothing. I mean, for something that, you know, is made to go out in your backyard and shoot. It just makes it way too expensive to own an AR that will actually protect you. Not saying those won't protect you, but, you know, they're pretty standard, run-of-the-mill. They don't come with anything extra. You know, this one came with the M-Lock handguard. Did not come with the blast can. But, you know, it came with nice internals and stuff like that, whereas those sport ARs, you know, that they come with iron sights. They do come with iron sights, so that's one good thing. And that's it. I mean, it's still a 5.56 223 AR, but, you know, you're not getting something as good as something like, you know, the VDI Witch Doctor like I have, or a M&P, or a Daniel Defense. I mean, some of these Daniel Defenses now that are a $10,000 rifle will now be $100,000. You know, it's insane to think about. So, what you need to do, if you have the means and the money, and you feel like it's time to go out and buy you an AR, please go do it. Go to your local gun store, talk to them, see what fits you best. Even if it is just one of those sport rifles. Anything to protect you and your family, because it's about to get really, really hard for us. And that's not an exaggeration. With the assault weapons ban coming up, more Democrats are pushing these insane bills that when we may never know. You know, that may see the light a day, and now these cheap rifles are way out of anybody's price range. But like I said, do what you need to do to protect you and your family. You know, if you think it's time to buy an AR, by all means go out, buy one, talk to your friends, see which one you think will fit best for you. Until then, let's hope this doesn't see the light today, but I'll keep you updated, kind of give you an update. Like I said, this is a pretty new article, so some things may be a little sketchy with what I'm talking about right now, but I'll definitely be looking more into it. I'll do an update video. All right, catch you next time.